Hollywood, I got a new deck list in mind. Let's try this one, for example. Okay, we're playing 4 Counterbalance in the deck. We're playing 4 Sensei's Divining Tops. We're playing 4 Side Tigers. We're playing Ether Veils. We're playing Force of Will, Foil, Brainstorm, Meditate, and we're playing Tarmogoyf with Birds of Paradise and Noble Hierarchs. Okay, so that's basically our deck list right there. Okay, we get the Brainstorm and the Meditates from the draw. We get the Counterbalance to keep the counter going. Everything in the deck lines up. In the sideboard, we're running just Disrupting Shoal, Polluted Delta, Chainer's Edict, Diabolic Edict, and 3 copies of the Sorcerer. Okay. So we're infinitely like we're dropping. Oh yeah, and Squirrel's Nest. We're running like 4 copies of Squirrel's Nest, 3 copies of his Sorcerer on the sideboard, 4 Disrupting Shoals, uh, 2 Polluted Deltas, 1 Swamp, and we're running. No, we're running 1 Polluted Delta, 1 Swamp, leaving 2 slots open, and that will be for 2 Chainer's Edicts. Okay, that is the deck list. Test it. Trust me, they'll get so pissed they'll concede on turn 2 because the counterbalance it also has got Ether Vial and Sensei's Divining Top, and then we just game 2 we're sliding out the Side Tigers and we're throwing in the Squirrel Nest and we're sliding in the Visceral Shears. That way we can get right to what we need to. Second creature scry, second creature scry, second creature scry. So you're getting right into that fucking answer. Try it. Alter the deck a little bit, but try it. Guaranteed, you will go 6 and 2 minimum. Okay, because you're running breeding pools, you're running hollowed fountains, you're running um, verdant catacombs, you're running islands and forest, you're running polluted delta and the white blue fetch land. And you're fetching for Hollowed Fountain turn 1 to drop Sensei's Top. No, excuse me. You're playing Breeding Pool turn 1 to drop Noble Hierarch. Turn 2, you're dropping Island Counterbalance with Sensei's Top. And they go, oh, fuck. Okay, that's turn 2. Noble Hierarch or Birds of Paradise, turn 1. Turn 2, Sensei's Top and Counterbalance. They go, fuck me. So then on turn 3, you could even run Hunted Wampus. That way you're making them sack lands every turn and sticking the Wampus up on top. Something like that. So when turn 3 hits, you've got 4 mana and you drop Hunted Wampus and they're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, sack my land, put it up on top. So then they're infinitely losing 1 land every turn. And by the time you're doing that, you're built up to 10 mana, and they go to cast something that costs 2, and you're like, fuck no, Force of Will, hard gas pay. And then you just be a jackass and you carry the game out for 3,000 turns. And reminding them of why they do not want to cheaty face Suicide Black and mono blue aggro and mono blue control, and reminding them of why they don't want to fuck with somebody who's playing countertop Goif. My idea of countertop Goif with the verdant catacombs, 4 of them in the main deck, breeding pools. Okay, see what I'm saying? Then you're running the white green land for them. You're running hollow fountains for them, and then you're running like the fetches, verdant catacombs, polluted delta, and the white blue fetch line. Total 20 lands. Uh, 20, 23 lands, and you're running running 37 playable. Told that to be 60. Then you're bored. You're running like Cruel Edict, Chainer's Edict, Diabolic Edict, um, what's it called? Swamp, and you're running hmm, Shivan Wampus to throw them off. Okay, and you're running 3 copies of Shivan Wampus because Bird or Noble Hierarch. Okay, predominantly Bird. Bird will put Shivan Wampus in play. And at that point, they're like, fuck, Shivan Wampus and Hunted Wampus? We got nothing. And you resolved one of them on turn 3. What the fuck do we do? And everybody likes the Shivan Wampus played on their side against the opponent. And we just run the states, we just run the same deck and one state to another, to another, to another until we ultimately, and we all agree that are playing like uh, mono green black decks. We're playing red, white, blue decks, blue, black, green, white decks. We're playing all the decks simultaneously. We're playing black, white control. Like, black, white control is the most revered deck on the face of the earth because it likes going Bitter Blossom turn 1 through a Lotus Petal. Okay, so they sacked the Lotus Petal and they got Swamp. They got Bitter Blossom turn 1. Turn 2, they've got Black Lotus and Plains, and they play in a Johnny Vengeant. Okay, now everything's becoming a target of 3 points of damage and you gaining 3 life. Okay, and that's how the black white control deck works. Like, it's just happy running red in with it. See what I'm saying? And me, I'm always running Countertop Wave, which is blue, green, black, red, white. So I'm running every fucking color in this Countertop Wave deck with splashes. So I'm the main thing that's buffing for my teammates. Okay? We need to win this Pro Tour. You don't understand. You people have to run consistent decks. If your deck is only running one Noble Hierarch and one fucking Hollowed Fountain, and 90% of your deck is white, you're gonna fucking lose. You need to run cards like Animate, okay? You need to run cards like Conspiracy, Time of Animate, Solitary Confinement, Astral Slide, Squirrel's Nest. You need to be running Birds of Paradise, Tarmogoyf, Shivan Wampus, Hunted Wampus. You need to be running cards like Korlash. You need to be running cards like Kakusho and 4 dude. You cannot beat the Perfect Storm wins. Okay, Tep's the Perfect Storm wins. Okay, and that's a deck of Katy Perry's. What she likes to do is she likes to go turn 1 mountain, tap the mountain, Rite of Flame, Rite of Flame, Rite of Flame, Seething Song, Dragon Storm. And then she just pops out 4 Kakushos and 2 Bird Guardian Hellkites, and she goes, one of your players is dead, turn 1. With 2 Hellkites still living. Or she goes 3 Hellkites and 3 Kakushos. That way 1 Kakusho is still living and 2 Hellkites are on the board. That's 15 points of damage. So turn 2, she swings in, wipes out the second player. The Emperor's like, concede. Okay. Especially when we're running Solidarity, where we go turn 1 Candelabra, turn 2 High Tide Candelabra into the combo off on turn 2, into an Infinite Brain Freeze. They put, for 1 blue, 1 colorless Storm, put the top 3 cards of target player's deck into their graveyard. So the perfect 2 to team up on our team are Perfect Storm, that's played by Katy Perry, and Lady Gaga playing, or Jennifer Banco playing Solidarity with the Candelabras. And I'm playing like, I'm playing a Humility deck currently. We need to take me playing Humility, and we need to have me playing something like 10 Commandments that will fish out a Brood Dragon that will scare the fuck out of them because it brings a 4/4 red dragon token into play. or we need to put me into an epic deck that fishes out all dragons out of my deck and drops them into play. So at that point, I'm running Yosai, I'm running Kaiga, I'm running Ryosi, and I'm running Jugen, the Even Star. I mean Jugen, the Jugen card. I forget what the name of it is, but I'm running 16 dragons. I'm running ramp like Haros, rampant growth, wild growth, and then I'm running like 4 birds, and let's say the 4 epic cards that allow you to search for a dragon every turn up and in play, but you can't play any spells. You can't play any cards. You just keep discarding at the end of your turn and dumping a dragon, discarding, dumping a dragon, discarding, dumping a dragon. Okay, and epic deck does win on like turn 3, like literally. The other 2 decks, it's unstoppable, and everybody fears it because they're like, oh fuck. They see a island from one player, a verdant catacomb for me, and they see a mountain from Katy Perry. Katy Perry's coming off with Dragonstorm turn 1 and killing one opponent, leaving the other opponent at 5 life on turn 2, and they're saying me drop Verdant Catacomb. Okay, so then I'm fetching land at the end of the turn, and it turns out that it's swamp, and then I'm dropping this first here because at that point I'm stabilized. And then like uh Jennifer Renko, she's dropping for her polluted delta, she's dropping turn 1 island candelabra. They're like, oh fuck, we see this coming, and they infinitely concede. Like they can't go on past that point. If they try to copy that deck, then I'm playing countertop wave. She's playing Scroll Prison, and she's playing Quicken Toast. Okay, and if they copy that idea, then we're running red, white, blue control, or red, white, blue aggro control, blue, black fairies, and um, Kithkin. We're running those 3 decks, and it consistently wins because where they're trying to do what we're trying to do and run Rogue Kithkin, Rogue Blue Black Fairies, and Rogue Squirrel Prison. They're trying the same techniques and they're just losing because they don't have the knowledge of the card pool, so they don't know what cards to run. So they're running shit like, okay, so they're playing Solidarity and they got Candelabra, and I'm going, look at this Glittering Wish, and I pull Crossing Grip and I go, boom, your artifact is killed and you can't counter the spell. What you gonna do now? Oh, that was cute. You have a Broodmate Dragon. I have Glittering. I have Cunning Wish, and I'm pulling out Sudden Death, and I'm gonna give your Broodmate Dragon -4, -4, and it's going to the graveyard the turn that it comes in play. Okay, and that's what I can offer all of you that team up with me because I'm the winning. I'm the infinite knowledge base of Magic the Gathering. Like we could win this Pro Tour all day long. Like, and they would they're already going, oh, what are we doing? Because it's dead quiet right now, and they're trying to listen to ideas and they're trying to break down the conspiracy code, and they can't do it because they don't know how to play Magic the Gathering. So in this Pro Tour qualifier, one team's gonna get the $1 million, and the other team has got to concede to that. And do we want it to be us that gets a million, or do we want it to be them that gets a million? Well, because if they get $1 million in this Pro Tour, now they got an infinite card pull, so they can pull it against any other deck of ours, and we're all on the same side. And if they pull too many cards out of that card pull, we're just SOL. So we want to keep it static orb opposition to keep them tapped down every turn. Scroll prison them. See what I'm saying? And then like Lightning Angel is in the same deck with Solitary Confinement. Okay. And then like Suicide Black got caught with Conspiracy in its deck and Highstone. Like that was like both cards were banned and they ran 4 copies of each. And it was proven by a judge. At that point, the judge walks up, let me see your deck, and second conspiracy, yep, disqualified. Okay, so then that player gets disqualified, and then it's 40 life versus 60 on turn 1. Okay, then all you got to do is, because it takes 1 smartass to drop 3 power grids. Okay, so that's as much of the code as I'm going to talk. Thanks.